Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory was a surprise to many. After an eventful last few years for the Kingdom Hearts community, we expected a long drought of news and information following Kingdom Hearts 3, though as discussed in interviews with the series director Tetsuya Nomura, he felt that he wanted to get started on the next saga of games as soon as possible. And, well, I didn't think as soon as possible meant literally the following year. After Kingdom Hearts 3, we received Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, Dark Road, and then to end it off this year, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. It being a rhythm game aside, this is something a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans have wanted for a long time, since the series is often praised for its stellar soundtrack. The game also is releasing pretty quickly after the huge expansion of Kingdom Hearts 3 that was Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, serving as both closure for the Dark Seeker saga set of villains, kind of, and also being a semi-start towards the next one, a glimpse of what's to come. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is quite ambitious for a rhythm game, and although it harbors a $60 price tag to the displeasure of many fans, it's far from cheaply made. Similar to most Kingdom Hearts games, when you dig a little deeper, you find that there is a lot more to it. Looking a little bit deeper into this Kingdom Hearts game, I feel like these are some reasons to look forward to Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. One reason that this game is interesting to so many and why you should look forward to it is because of its multiplayer functions. There's been a handful of Kingdom Hearts games that have had multiplayer, so Melody of Memory is far from the first, although in this day and age of remakes and remasters, unfortunately the multiplayer of some of these beloved games have lost their way into these collections, leaving this to be the first modern Kingdom Hearts game, not including the mobile games, to feature full-scale multiplayer since Birth by Sleep. This game has versus modes to compete with friends, there's free-for-all modes, and even a couch co-op mode. Multiplayer in Kingdom Hearts is something fans have continued to beg for their games for a while now, and this is a far cry from a fighting game or something like Mirage Arena, but it's still something that's greatly appreciated about this release. Multiplayer alone is a reason to purchase Melody of Memory because some of the games people put the most hours into nowadays are completely reliant on player-to-player interaction, so getting that out of Melody of Memory will for sure bring plenty of hours and longevity out of this release. Canon Story is something that was put into this game because I'm sure Nomura knows that Kingdom Hearts fans are crazy for any sort of story progression in the series. It's been emphasized in interviews about Melody of Memory that this game won't have as much story as your traditional Kingdom Hearts titles. This game's main scenario will focus highly on recapping previous events with Kairi as the narrator. However, it will have new story, don't get me wrong. As they've teased at the end of a few trailers now for this game, there will be some lore revolving Kairi and Riku in a post-Remind scenario, which is very interesting, featuring them going into the final world, talking to stars, potentially a big reveal, and there also seems to be a big emphasis on Kairi's past in this game, which during the story it seems like we'll get flashbacks of as we're playing through the game. Fans have been begging for more Kairi lore and involvement, and this game is the start of all of that. This game is highly likely to be a transitional game with a major ending focused on paving the way for the next saga. That alone is reason enough for me to buy the game because I need that yearly dosage of Kingdom Hearts lore. Kairi alone is another reason on top of that, because she is a character before Kingdom Hearts 3 even came out that many fans have been begging for more development for. They're tired of Kairi being this damsel in distress, or rather more than that, just want her to get in on the action. And Remind gave us glimpses of a lot of that and did a lot for her character. And Melody of Memory we're hoping builds on top of that. A Kairi with determination, more motivation, the drive, the execution to move things forward. Story progression overall is a big deal for people heading into this game blind. Rhythm game or not, this is a main attraction for a a ton of people. I previously used this word as I was discussing the multiplayer, but longevity is a very important thing when it comes to games. The first experience is often among the most important of things, but having a ton of content to do post-game or just in your free time in general can sometimes be the best experiences you ever have in a video game. Melody of Memory has revealed 140 plus different Kingdom Hearts songs, on top of multiplayer modes, adding variety to the gameplay and all the different styles and difficulties among which you can obtain ranks. This game for frequent rhythm game players and casuals will be packed full of things to do. The story mode for this game is planned to be around 10 hours from what developers said in interviews, which is about half the length of a normal Kingdom Hearts game. The story is likely the thing you might spend the least bit of time on, perhaps being the most minuscule thing compared to the rest of the game's content, as this game has a ton of customization and modes with gameplay. For those who played the demo and spent hours just trying to perfect Wave of Darkness 1 on Proud or Performer mode, imagine the hours you'll put in trying to do that with 140 plus songs. You can view the track list for Melody of Memory in the description below to view most of the songs they'll be adding into the game. While I definitely wish some songs made the cut, there's just too much music they're putting in this game to stay upset about that. I am looking forward to hopefully being able to run some tournaments in this game using the versus mode function, maybe even doing some free-for-all tournaments, and that should be a ton of fun. Things like that are just what'll solidify this game among the rest of the Kingdom Hearts titles and could end up making it one of the ones I play the most. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory honestly isn't for everyone. The developers tried their hardest to give the people as many options as they can for people who aren't used to rhythm games, but some people just aren't going to budge, and that's okay. It's way too out of their comfort zone. At the end of the day, the value of this game is really up to you. Do you value the little bit of story content they plan on adding? Do you value the multiplayer experience you can potentially have with your friends? Do you love the music of Kingdom Hearts that much to buy a game for it? Or do you just love rhythm games and have been waiting for something like this forever? It's really all up to you. These are some things I felt like were reasons to be looking forward to this game. If you are still a little skeptical on the game yourself, maybe play the demo. And if you have already and it didn't do it for you, then wait for people like me or the many other creators who are likely to make content on this game day one and see if something appeals to you. However, that will be about it from me in today's video. We are just a couple of days from the English release of Melody of Memory and just hours away from the Japanese one, assuming I upload this video on time. But I look forward to seeing all of your reactions to the game. I plan on uploading my reactions to the game. I'm still trying to plan out exactly how I'm going to formulate content when it releases, whether I'm going to prioritize story or gameplay first. We'll probably just go with the flow. But if you enjoyed today's video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.